Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be titled, Where's This Connection Headed? So I am going to do 3 piles. This will be another pick a card reading. I already pre-shuffled the oracle cards. I have not looked at them yet. And then I will just clarify with tarot. So we have pile 1. I did a previous reading. It's going to be the exact same order. Pile 1 is going to be our citrine, our raw citrine. Pile 2 is going to be our blue lace agate. And pile 3 will be our natural agate. So you can take time to contemplate which crystal calls out to you, or you can just pick a number if you don't want to use the crystals. Alright, so pile 1, just pre-shuffle some tarot first. Alright. A little stuffy. Okay. So once again, this is where is this connection headed. Also, I will say, if you don't want to hear anything that could trigger you, don't look at, the reading. So I'm just saying, there are some people who watch readings just for curiosity. But if it's not like a question that you really have, and you watch a reading, if it's not something that you really need to know the answer to, and you're afraid of what you might hear, don't watch, Don't even do that to yourself, because who knows what might come up. And it could be very triggering. So, we have Aries, the radical. All right, active, self-starting, daring, fierce, assertive, fiery, innocent, on a mission, bossy. All right, where is this connection headed? So I do see that this connection could have, or it could be, I don't know if I want to say it could have been, because we're talking about where it's headed. So I want to say more of, it could be in a state of, it feels very tough. It feels like something that, it's funny, we mentioned triggering in the middle, right in the middle of this. It could be something that has initially triggered you. Yeah, see, we have storm warning. I feel like I really shuffled these cards, but I got these exact same cards for a previous reading, our new moon. And I think it wasn't this deck. So storm warning and angel of love. But since we're talking about something completely different, then I'm channeling it differently. But yeah, I feel like this is a very challenging connection. And it could be very psychic abilities. We also have Yang. We also have the 10 of Cups. So I feel like this will ultimately lead to some sort of emotional fulfillment for you. Let's get some other cards. Go the distance. Yeah, this could lead to some emotional fulfillment. I feel like it could start off very bumpy, but for some reason, Spirit wants you to stick this connection out. Now, the Fool, yeah, Spirit wants you to trust that this will lead you to where you need to be, if nothing else. Let's see. What cards are these? I think love messages from the universe. Notes from the universe on love and connection. So give yourself much more credit. Yeah, like I said, I feel like you're dealing with a very challenging situation. A stranger than strange thing to ponder. Those in great relationships aren't always those who are good at relationships. And those in challenging relationships aren't always those who are bad at relationships. Oh, see, wow, even though I used this word that I can't say, this one is really good. I'm gonna have to look up that word because, yeah, I skipped over it. Anyway, also, they choose you. You might not readily believe this. It might even spook you a bit, but there are those who choose this very lifetime in a large part knowing you'd be there. Now that's what we call a reputation. Oh, a reputation. Okay. So they choose you and give yourself much more credit. So yeah, I feel like this could, we have the Ten of Wands. So as you can see, there's a lot of growth from this connection, or there's going to be a lot of growth from this connection no matter what happens. I do see ultimately that this could lead to this. It could lead to your Ten of Cups, where this connection is headed. It could really lead to this new sort of spiritual awakening for you. If nothing's been able to awaken you in this lifetime, this connection could lead to that awakening. It's especially with the psychic abilities. I feel like that's what's happening. This connection, if nothing else, it's triggering you. It's pushing you further than, it's pushing you further, yeah, than I feel like you are not the driving force in this relationship, not in a bad way. I feel like you're more of the water. You're more of the cool, go with the flow type of person. And yeah, I feel like this person could be a fire sign, or an Aries even. Could be a fire sign. It could be somebody with a storm warning. Yeah, Page of Wands. I feel like you're very, like, you have a lot of things that you're passionate about or that you want to do, but this person is the one that really pushes you to do them, or like just gets on you about what it is you need to do. I feel like without them, you would be stagnant. I mean, without them, you would walk away. You would be, I feel like you're very passive. You would walk away from a lot of opportunity. You would let a lot of things pass you up or pass you by. You would let a lot of people get over on you. King of Pentacles is one of the slow moving, as you can see, the turtle. Yeah, I feel like you'd be very slow to act on situations or to make a decision on something. Knight of Cups, slow moving knight. Knight of Pentacles is as well. Yeah, I feel like this person is more of the Knight of Swords. It's like they're gonna put some, they're going to help you to reach your potential. They're going to be the catalyst for your change, for your spiritual awakening. Yeah, it's showing up right now that it's very like, you guys could be going through a lot of dark together. But I feel the good thing about this connection is that you're not alone. I do want to say, with the give yourself much more credit and they choose you, I feel like you feel that they won't, I feel like you feel that you won't wake up fast enough for them. So that could be where your insecurities come in, You feel like they're going to get tired of, waiting for you to get it together, or waiting for you to, like, act. But I feel that this person, this is how they feel useful. This is what makes them, like a love language. Like their love language is doing these acts of service for you. Acts of service could be their love language as well. So the fact that you don't do it, balances them out perfectly. I feel like they could complain a lot as well. Maybe you guys could argue a lot about what it is you need to do, but I'm telling you, if they were with somebody who they didn't have to do those things for, they would feel like they had no purpose. So it's really something like, I'm not gonna say codependent, but it's giving it's giving like you two are both complaining, or maybe that's where a lot of your fights or your disagreements come from. It's like you both complain, like, you push me too much. Not those words, but you know, that sort of feeling, like you don't let me do it on my own time. Or if they tell you to do something, you're like, I was gonna do it anyway, but because you told me to do it, you know, I don't want to do it. It doesn't matter. That's all fluff in the relationship. And honestly, that is really, those are distractions. Your arguments are distractions, because I feel like you both feel like, if we don't have that, I feel like you both know spiritually that you balance each other in those ways. And if you didn't have the disagreements, it would be like, well, what do we do? What do we have in common? That sort of thing. But yeah, I'm hearing that just trust that you don't have to like start arguments. You don't have to, you know, pick at them to like break up to make up. You don't have to do that. I mean, it's not going to like ruin the relationship. It's not going to. I feel like there's a lot of love there, and there's a lot of potential. It's not going to ruin anything, but honestly, you're just distracting yourself from achieving more because of your insecurity, you know? So, yeah. That's pretty much all I have for pile number 1 on where this connection is headed. Thanks for watching pile number 1. Let's go to pile number 2. Let's get some shuffled messages and some tarot cards. All right. 4 of Cups. The Moon. And the Star in reverse. Okay. All right, so for pile number 2, let's just look at your oracle messages before I get into that. 4th house, roots. Family, home, background, comfort, cooking, inner world, real estate, shelter, self-care, rejuvenation, habits, show. Yeah. There could be one of you guys that are you're very stubborn. Oh, this was my deck that I said they have a lot to say. So they or whoever, there's a lot to say. Because yeah, we got like extra cards for almost every deck that I got. There's a lot to say. Yeah, I feel like I just got a vision of like somebody giving a list where this is headed. So I heard, first of all, like literally somebody about to list off these things. First of all, I feel like I can't be blah blah blah. Somebody feels like they have to hide. Somebody feels like they can't be they can't shine. They have to dim their light. Yeah, I feel like somebody feels like they have to dim their light for someone else for some reason. We have patience though. Look, we got the Moon card, and then we also got Goddess of the Moon. All right, and we got patience. We also got Angel of Strength. All right, where is this connection headed? Goddess of the Moon, patience, Angel of Strength. So this is one of the ones, there's a lot to say, but there's also a lot that when I get the moon, I feel like it's not ready to be revealed yet. Or maybe I can reveal it. There's a lot to say, but that doesn't mean it's going to be accepted, you know? Doesn't mean it's going to be accepted, what I have to reveal. So, we also have time to go. We have Y. And we have Yin. So I feel that someone finding, yeah, there's someone in this connection where this is headed. So we have patience, and we have that this is not ready to really be revealed yet. But it doesn't mean that it can't be revealed. It can be revealed, it just may not be accepted, which is okay. I feel like you still have to figure out why, and you still have to find yourself. I feel like you are meant to find yourself in this connection. You are meant to figure out how to stand on your own. I feel like whoever this is about, when you get in a connection, you kind of merge completely with your partner, and you kind of take on some of their habits. You take on some of their patterns. And I feel like that could be, you know, like maybe you're meant to stay in an energy, but you start to embody, like maybe you're meant to stay in a masculine energy, but you start to embody your partner's feminine aspects. And the thing is that is that has a lot to do with like different mental things as well. Like, you know, if you go to therapy and they diagnose you with a certain mental blah blah blah. Also, yeah, it could have something to do with going to therapy. And wait, did we read that? No, we didn't. Inner world, though, rejuvenation, habits, shell. I feel like you're meant to figure out yourself. Maybe you're in therapy, and maybe you've had some sort of diagnosis recently. I do know, like with BPD, there are certain ones that you tend to start to mimic your partner. So I'm not getting like a mirroring energy. I'm getting like you literally taking on the role, somebody else's role. It's funny because I used to actually say that to my ex too. I'd be like, you know, how did I used to say it? Pretty much just telling him like he's in my role. Like that's what I do. And I don't mean like, oh, I'm supposed to cook, you know, no, like you can cook all you want. You can do these things. We're not talking about gender roles. We're talking about a spiritual thing. It was like, you can tell when someone's mimicking who you are. I've done it too. I mean, I've mimicked, but it's like I always know when, you know, but it was like a thing where literally he was turning into, you know, me. So this could be, you know, it could be like one of those codependent, and I don't want to say toxic, but it could be something unhealthy just because you still haven't done enough self-evaluation. The Four of Cups, this is, wait, I'm thinking about the Four of Pentacles, but for some reason, for me to even think about the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so this is Four of Cups. I need to see it in a different deck. Give me a second. Oh. Because in this deck, it looks, oh, okay. Yeah, Four of Cups. See, the universe is trying to give you some sort of message, but they're over it. They're not trying to hear it. They, meaning them or you. Yeah, I feel like, as I stated, it won't be received. It won't be received well, maybe. And honestly, this could be them. Maybe it won't be received well by them. It doesn't have to be you. Just saying, there's something that someone will not receive well. They won't hear it, but that's just because, you know, there needs to be some sort of therapy involved. Let's just read these as well. This card says, you know what to do. In all battles of the heart over mind, go with your heart, because truly it's a lot easier for your mind to catch up with your heart than for your heart to catch up with your mind. A whole lot. Not that I don't love your mind, the universe. All right. And then you needn't worry. There's no one in your life who hasn't always loved you. They're all just learning how to show it. All right. So let's get some more cards. So yeah, as I said, it's also, when someone starts to take over, like, let's just say you guys have a spiritual contract. We're going to talk about spiritual contracts. If you guys have a spiritual contract, then there's, no matter what connection you enter into, you can think you're the more masculine one, or you can think you're more feminine, usually more submissive, more dominant. When you enter into a union or a spiritual contract with somebody, you let somebody in your life, you exchange energy, this is something that naturally happens. You will naturally fall into the masculine or the feminine, you know? So I feel like whoever this is, for some reason, I feel like you fit more into the masculine role in this relationship. But there's someone who is who does not want to give up that control. They don't want to give up that control to the point where they are literally doing, like, hey, I'm supposed to be, you know, saying, like, you're saying what I say, or you're doing what I do. And like, I feel like it's almost like a turn off. All right, yeah, it's like a lack of tradition. I don't know. It's like you both kind of feel it, and it's almost like a challenge, but it's not like a good challenge. Yeah, see, you got karmic, the devil, could be Capricorn. It's not like a good feeling. Ace of Cups. It's not a good feeling, no. All right, what's Ace of Cups about? The Emperor. Yeah, so yin, we got yin, which represents the feminine energy. So yeah, I feel like they're not wanting to stay in their lane in this connection. The Sun in reverse, that's like optimism, blah blah blah, but it's in reverse, and it's also under the moon. Falls under the moon, the Devil card. Sorry. Sun in reverse. So yeah, I feel like you feel like you're not able to really be in your Emperor energy fully, and you want to go pursue some other options. I also feel like maybe maybe there could be some sort of child involved, or some reason why you just don't want to up and abandon the connection. But I do feel that it's just not allowing you to be who it is you need to be. I do feel on the bright side, though, you are gaining patience. You know, you did get patience earlier. I feel like you're gaining patience. I feel like you're gaining wisdom. It's not like this connection is for nothing, but as I stated, it won't necessarily be well received. This connection is meant to sort of find yourself, and that could have something to do with boundaries. As you can see, this is kind of like blocked off. This could have something to do with boundaries. Maybe you have naturally, you're, in your Emperor energy usually, and I feel like maybe you've sort of allowed this person to put you in more of your feminine energy, but that's kind of like a breach of contract, and it won't stand, and that's why there's like some sort of discomfort when it comes to, this connection. There, like I said, there's a lot to say. There's a lot to unpack. So yeah, could be they need therapy. You need to figure out, because we got finding and we got, why. You need to figure out why you've allowed, someone to take you out of your Emperor energy. But yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. I don't know. I feel like I could say a lot more, but maybe I'd be repeating myself. I'd just be going deeper into the same things that I've already said. But yeah, I do feel like I could explain it a bit better, but no, we're already, I've said what I need to say. But yeah, that's all for pile number 2. Thanks for watching, pile 2. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go into pile number 3. All right, where is this connection headed? I'm getting something about friends, some sort of karmic justice. Huh. Some sort of defensive energy, like a sharp sort of energy. I feel like, yeah, there's some conflict. Where is it headed? There's some conflict with this pile. I feel like there's somebody that's fighting more than the other. There's someone that's fighting. There's also someone who could be taking advantage of someone's kind nature. I feel like there's an imbalance in the connection. There's an imbalance. Okay, let's get our oracle cards. Saturn. Discipline, structure, time, responsibility, test. Now there's some sort of test. We have deceit. We also have victory. Yeah, as I said, this seems very like sharp. Willpower. I feel like there's someone, yeah, orphaned, and we have happy. There's someone pretending that, I don't know, there was something heavy that happened in this connection, and there's someone pretending that, not that it didn't happen, but that they've healed more than they have. There's someone pretending. They're trying to convince themselves that, yeah, I'm just seeing like someone painting on a face. There's a lot of worry though. Ten of Swords. This is, I mean, it is what it is. Like, at the end of the day, there's a, yeah, Three of Swords, heartbreak card. So yeah, there was some sort of deceit. And the thing is, I don't know. I want to say that someone doesn't know that they know, you know? Someone doesn't know that you know, or whatever. There's like there are masks being worn on both ends here. So someone's pretending that they are okay with something, and then there's someone that is acting like nothing happened, or, you know, like they've just been on their best behavior. I don't know. They're just trying to put on a face. So, all right. The last two, see me in their eyes. Whenever conferring with another, either face-to-face or across the miles, whether a human being, departed spirit, or sentient tree, always speak to the highest within them and make such a difference. And then we have, you have more options than you realize. It sure is hard to get really angry at someone when you can think of all the reasons you love them. So yeah, as I stated, I do feel like, I feel like someone's trying to, you know, yeah, wherever this connection is headed, you're needing to really like be true to yourself. You need to be true to yourself. you're needing to be honest, you know, about what it is you know or what it is you've done. Because I feel like it's creating a false narrative for where this relationship is headed. You know, wherever it's headed. The thing is, you have, with the whole you have more options than you realize. I feel like maybe you are limiting yourself a little bit, because I feel like you think that this connection, I feel like you feel like this is what you've manifested. And I don't mean in a negative or a positive way. I mean, like, let's just say this is like 90% of what you thought you wanted in a relationship, but you never would have expected them to like do something shady. You never really thought about what it was that you would do if someone were to deceive you or to betray your trust, right? So you're trying to think of more of the happy things, you know, and you're focused more on the reasons that you love this person versus the reality of this situation. And I feel like that's kind of clouding your judgment at this time. But as far as like where this relationship is headed, that is what's being highlighted. At least it's gonna stay, like, you know, everybody's gonna continue to put on their faces. You know, everybody's gonna continue to hold their own burdens, you know. And this is the thing is, it's a tough burden for whoever it is that's experienced this deceit. It really is harder than you realize. It's something that could keep you up at night. It's something that could start to affect you in a dream state. It could start to affect like your future manifestations and how you see yourself and how you view reality. It may not affect you at this moment, but that's, for some reason, I'm saying that it could start to affect your psyche in ways, because you're not being truthful. You're putting on a mask. This has something to do with ego. I think you feel like it'll keep things peaceful if you don't stir the pot. But it's like you know, justice will be served. You can't hide that. You can't save somebody from their judgment, the judgment card. You can't save someone from what it is that they need to experience. You cannot stand in the way. That's kind of what I feel like you're doing. You're trying to protect them. You're trying to, you know, stop what's meant to happen. Stop what's meant to happen from happening. And I feel like that's not your intention, but that's what's going on. You are literally, like, you know, standing in the way of someone else's karma. So that's pretty much what I'm getting. As I stated, it's meant to happen. Like, you don't have to carry these burdens. You don't have to, it's not your path, like, to be the person who has to, like, bear that pain for them, you know. I know a lot of people want to be embody what they think, like, you know, their highest spiritual teachers have embodied. But I'm telling you, like, you're not meant to be crucified in this lifetime, you know. You're not meant to die for anybody's sins. Like, I can guarantee you this person has enough, you know, that they're needing to handle on their own. And yeah, that's, as of right now, where this connection is going. It's needing to go to a place where there's a swap in who's carrying this load. You need to free yourself and allow this person to experience the weight of their actions. that is all I have from where this connection is going or headed or feelings or blah blah blah. Thank y'all for watching.